Hey, what's up? This is Preston with 𝗂𝐨𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜 Guitar, and in this video I'm going to show you the single best exercise that I found to help speed up your chord changes. It's also going to help your fingers be more independent, more flexible, less stiff, and I've even had some of my older students tell me that it helps their arthritis feel a little bit better, but I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what they've told me. Now, that all being said, this is not a musical exercise, but it will help you make music. It's also not a speed or endurance exercise, although that is a byproduct, okay? So let's jump right into it and get started. Okay, so grab your guitar, and we're gonna go up to the 5th fret, and we're gonna call this 5th position. And what happens when you're in 5th position is you go 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm on the 3rd string. Strings 1, 2, 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Notice my thumb is right here and back. It's not over here. It's not like this. And what's going to happen is we're then going to take your fingers 1 and 2 off the fretboard. And I realize you can't see my picking hand. You don't need to see it because we're not even using that really. And then what's going to happen is we're going to go on the 2nd string and the 5th string like this. And then swap them. Back and forth. You see that? It is one motion, and this is exactly what needs to happen when you play your chords, right? When you're doing like your chords, you have one motion, none of this nonsense. It'll always be slow if you have to do this and build it. So this is going to help with that. And that's it. Go back and forth. If you have to pivot, it doesn't count, meaning if you have to one finger here and then you do this one and then down like that, that is no good. It is one motion, so you're gonna go nice and slow. And do you notice, actually I'll do the next one. After you get good at that one, now we're gonna do the outside fingers. Now, do you notice I'm not doing this? Do you see how, like, this is not even moving? This is all fingers. I mean, if I do move it, it's very subtle, but I'm not going like, here, right? All in your fingers. See the curvature of that finger? That's what we're after. And again, a byproduct, that curvature helps get your fingers out of the way so when you play your chords, all the notes ring out. All right, and then I've already mentioned this, but I just want to call attention again. The thumb is directly behind, like this. It's not over here, it's not over top. And do you see how the knuckles are parallel with the guitar? This is also helping to not go like this. Cool. So we have the first one. And then we did this guy. And then let's try the next one. Ooh, this one's pretty tricky. We're gonna go like this, and now we're gonna do fingers 1 and 3. And remember, we're going down to the 2nd string and the 5th string. It is harder if you go to the 6th string and the 1st string, but we really don't care about that right now. And this is fine. You don't need to do that. It's harder, and the payoff is not that big a deal. Or I should say the benefit is not going to help as much as you think. Great, so those are the 3 most important ones, and I call this exercise the mechanical spider.
He has an 80-foot tarantula. Yes, well, I was coming to that.
It's mechanical, it's not musical, and I gotta say that because I don't want you to think that if you practice this thing for 20 minutes a day, all of a sudden you're gonna be able to be creative and play cool solos. It doesn't help with the music side, but it does unlock the fingers. So you need to keep in mind what the exercise is for. We have that one, then we went to this guy, and now we did this guy. So those are the basic ones. The harder ones would be, we could do something like this. Now we're gonna work on the inside fingers. But again, I'm gonna show you these. If you can't do the first ones very well, don't even worry about these ones. people make the mistake thinking, oh, these are harder ones. It's going to help me get better. No, dude. Do the other ones and get good at those ones first. Yeah, so different combinations. We have those two fingers and then the weak side of your hand. The last one, the benefit, it's okay, but it's pretty tricky to do fingers 3 and 4. Boom, boom. Looks like I need to work on that one. This is the hard, whoop, oh, I just messed it up. I lift my finger up. This is the hardest one, and the payoff, again, is not that big a deal. I don't have too much issue with my coordination, and you can see that, yeah. It's not like if you can do this one, fingers 3 and 4 as good as these two. That'd help a little bit, but it's not as important as you think. So that's the mechanical spider, and like I said, it's a killer exercise to help you speed up your chord changes because we isolate the fingers in different combinations. We have great technique going on with this, but it doesn't really help with music. It doesn't really help with speed, but it really gets your fingers to start opening up, being more flexible, independent, less stiff. And if you would practice this for like 5 minutes a day, that would be great. Maybe 5 minutes at the beginning of your practice session and 5 minutes at the end. It depends on how much you're practicing. But the last thing I'll say on this is also a killer exercise that you can do when you can kind of zone out. So for example, when I was a kid, when my family would want to have like movie night, I didn't want to watch a movie, I want to play my guitar. You could totally bring your guitar in to watch a movie, and I'm watching the Hallmark movie or whatever the freak they're watching, right? So that doesn't. You can do an exercise like this and not be so engaged, but it's better than nothing. So if you're wondering how you can practice guitar and get a bit more out of it, that's one way, because it doesn't require a lot of brain power. In the beginning it will, but later on it's just a good way to get your fingers to start opening up and ready to play. All right, hope this helps. And if you have any questions on this, leave them in the comments section below. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and I'd be happy to make more videos for you.